All right, Khan, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasha Allah, giving the course, all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh. In the name of the only begotten Son of Mashiach, Yahweh Shah, who the world refers to as Jesus Christ, and he is the Savior of the nation of Israel. Shalom, Shalom, this is Brother Yasha Allah.
Brother Gad.
Are we up?
Khan, come back to y'all yet another video through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, Hamashiach, Malak, Yahweh Shai. Shabbat Shalom to the 12 that's observing it Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown. Giving, of course, giving the Most High all honor, glory, praise. Also, another day of praising the Most High, another day of resting, another day of laboring, and another day of congregating with like-minded individuals that are in the truth, man. So all praise to the Most High. So, we're going to go into, the prophetic times and the fiery judgment, man. All right, that's the topic of the video. Prophetic times and the fiery judgment. Because guess what, man? It's fiery judgment coming to this land. Now, before we go into that, let's kick it off with the book of Acts chapter 13, verse number 27. Right? Let's go to Acts chapter 13, verse number 27, right? To kick it off, man. Right? And, it's a precept I pull a lot, to kind of kick off the Sabbath. Right? Because we do these lives as a way to also kick off the Sabbath, man. You know what I mean? What better way to kick off the Sabbath than to go into the prophecies, go into the words of the Most High, right? So whoever want to read that, Baba Kashah, you know what I'm saying? Acts chapter 13, verse 7.
It's the book of Acts chapter 13, 27. For they that dwell at Jerusalem and their rulers, because they knew him not, nor yet the voices of the prophets, which are read every Sabbath day, they have fulfilled them in condemning him.
See that? So the voices of the prophets are read every Sabbath day. That's our tradition, right? We're going back to the traditions of Israel, right? To the traditions of our forefathers that read the voices of the prophets every Sabbath day, man. You know what I mean? Not only did they go into the prophets, they went to the law as well on every Sabbath day. So we doing that same thing on the Sabbath. We're going into the law and the prophets, right? So the prophecies. Oh, it's like you said, what?
I got a precept for that.
Okay, Khan, yeah. So yeah. So the voices of the prophets of the new and of the old, man. You know what I mean? So they was going into it. And guess what? Just as a sidebar, the Christians that congregate, they're not going into the voices of the prophets, man. They're not going into that. They're not going into what we're finna go into. The fiery judgment, the flames, man. How the Lord coming back with fire. All right, so all the precepts we finna go into, most are willing. These Christians, the congregation, you're not going to see them go through these precepts that we finna go through. All right, so yeah, come, brothers got it.
Yeah, Con, this is Romans chapter 15, verse 4, and it talks about the fathers, which is some of the fathers was the prophets from the old that eventually we became the prophets, the evangelists, and these different things, right? It says, this is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So, essentially, we follow the customs and traditions of what our forefathers left us. We got snatched, the Lord cut our inheritance off, and us going back to the traditions and the inheritance of our forefathers, the prophecies of our forefathers that they wrote, the epistles of the apostles. Hey, we're regaining our inheritance back, man. Slowly but surely. So we rehearsing the righteous acts by going back and learning the things that was already written before our time. So I yield with that.
That's right, man. That's right. Brother Guy, you had a precept on that?
Brothers got it.
Okay, Khan, all praises. Right. So let's go into real quick. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians, right? So I'm gonna pull this real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, right? I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Because guess what? It's a lot of fiery flame coming to this land and come to all lands for real. Because guess what? The children of the Most High have been suffering. Children of the Most High have been suffering from these other nations, have been suffering from the curses, have been suffering from every single thing that we see on a day-to-day basis, right? Whether that's paying taxes, having to work, 12 hours a day for Esau, not have time for anything, not have time for your own family that you providing for. Imagine that, right? You don't even have time for your family that you're providing for. And then people talking about, well, it's better than it was in the ancient times. In the ancient time, man, you was with your family, man, all the time.
Yep.
Right. So how is it better now? Just because you can go to the store in America and buy some milk that has tons of chemicals and steroids in that milk because they inject these cows with steroids, so like you know what I mean? And it's flies everywhere, and it's dirty. The roads is bumpy, potholes. You know what I mean? So guess what, man? The Most High said it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, right? And we know who's troubling us as a nation, right? But let's go to verse 7. It says, "And to you who are in trouble, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels." That's going to be a terrible sight for a lot of people when they see Yahweh Shah, but they really was looking for this man, right? Let me look him up real quick. Really was looking for this man right here. You know what I mean? But when they see, when they don't see this man, they're gonna be really terrified, bro. Right? They're
He's
gonna be really,
coming with clouds.
he's coming with clouds. That's right. Or this man, it's the more the more Middle Eastern slash Jewish Palestinian looking Jesus right here. You know what I mean? So when they look up in the sky and they don't see this man, they're going to be very terrified. It says, verse 8, in flaming fire, in flowers, in flaming fire, man, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. So essentially, Yahweh Shah is finna come and take vengeance on them that know not the Most High and that don't obey the gospel. That's why when we out here in the highways and byways and we're teaching our people, we want them to repent because we don't want them to be punished in the everlasting fire, man. Now, the everlasting fire is not going into actual everlasting fire. The everlasting destruction is going into, guess what? It's basically the Most High exaggerating, right? Because let me get this one precept on that just to kind of sum that up, and then I'll pass it to the brother, right? The everlasting destruction, guess what? That's exaggeration for the Most High saying, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed, man. Right? You're gonna be destroyed. Right? This is let me get Jeremiah chapter 17. Right? It's an exaggeration. It's a hyperbole. Right? Hyperbole in literature means an exaggeration. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse number 4. It says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I'll cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger." Because we made the Lord angry too, man. The reason why he coming with flames is because we made the Lord angry, right?
Uh-huh.
So, hey, guess what? Just like how we kindled that fire in the Most High Spirit, he's literally coming with actual fire, right? It says what? "For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." Now we know that forever is not talking about forever, because we know that in the kingdom, the Most High is not going to be angry with our people. So this everlasting destruction is not going into hell or anything like that. It's going into, guess what? You're going to be completely destroyed, right? If you're a two-third, you'll come back in the kingdom. But guess what? The everlasting destruction is going into how America is going to be everlasting destroyed as well, forever, man. right? America's not coming back. It's not going to be a Cali number 2, LA number 2, a new Los Angeles, right? It's not going to be a new Los Angeles, man. A new New York, right? You got movies talking about New York, right? New Florida, new Miami. It's not going to be that, man. It's going to be New Jerusalem. All right, but yeah, come on, brother. Come on. Brother got it.
Gotta get.
Yeah, like the brother said, man. Right, the Lord is coming back. Right, we're living in the last days. Right, these words are faithful and true. Right, let me get this precept real quick. Right, this is the book of James, chapter 5, and verse 8. It says, "Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh." Right, and that's what we're going into. Right, the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Right, it's a lot going on in the earth. Right, you got damn, I don't want to get the channel flagged, but you got damn
The rainbow colors.
goddamn Amalek drawing the troops back from damn Gaza. The damn Russians are on the border over there. Vladimir Putin's marking up his enemies, right? Calling them out, saying that you're my enemies, right? The coming of the Lord is drawing nigh, right? And going like the brother was going into, um, they're going to be frightened when they see the man that they weren't expecting to see, right? Let me get that real quick too. In Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7, it says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen." So what does it mean it says, "For all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him," right? That means pretty much to scream and to cry, right? They're going to scream and cry and be terrified when they see the man that they didn't expect to see, right? Because why are we going into this? Because the day of the Lord draweth nigh, right? The day of the Lord is drawing nigh, and it's a lot happening on the earth right now. It's a lot happening on the earth. So, hey, what more should we be going into right now? Prophecies. I just seen. I believe there's a blood moon coming up, right? I believe there's another blood moon coming up.
Damn.
Right. So so this is why we're going into this, right? The Lord is gonna, he's gonna present himself to the world, right? And and the brother is going into, he's coming with destruction, right? He's coming with destruction, right? He's not coming. Everyone's not gonna clap when they see him. Then they're not gonna cheer, right? They're not gonna, all right, now let's all come together. He's here, right? But brother's got it.
Hey, so I can for I just had a quick point on Gad's preset when he mentioned whale, right? So this is the word for whale right here, right, in the Greek, cup though, something like that, right? Now it says to cut off, strike, smite, to cut from, cut off, to beat one's breast for grief. Hey man, that's a cold definition, bro. That's a cold definition. I mean, you say what?
You got it.
No, I was saying like you literally gonna have people, they see y'all shot, go like, damn, they start beating their chest, man.
Right.
It started just it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be badness, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, just rip your shirt, screaming,
Start screaming.
It'll probably look like how Job, when he found out, his kids died, and everything got, just all manners of hell came upon him, and he put ashes and dust, to rip his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Naked, I came, naked I shall leave." That's that spirit. That's that grief spirit. And that was a righteous man. So you can imagine the judgments that's going to pour out on the wicked, the unreasonable man. And he's going to look 10 times worse than how Job's friends seen him when they pulled up on him.
Yeah.
And that's why that's a mighty little breakdown you're saying where it says grief is to cut, shake, smite, kind of beating on your chest,
Yep.
cutting yourself, you know, for the love of God,
Right, right.
just
Hey,
going crazy.
it's going crazy. Hey, look, this is to chop. You're gonna have people chopping. You're gonna have people chop down, bro, in their spirit, bro. Their whole
So,
spirit just chopped down. I
God,
mean,
let me put that precept out on that one.
yeah, you got it.
That chop down spirit when they see the elect of Israel and Yahushua, returning. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. This is what a chopped down spirit looks like. All right, this is
We're gonna go back to the famous ones.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves. So the nations are going to see our salvation and it's going to trouble them with terrible fear, beating on their chest, casting dirt over their heads, going all the way around, just like we see our people today, bugged out, in the slum somewhere, talking to a tree. Hey, that's on, Caesar Boast time. Caesar Boast time right now. You got our people talking to trees, putting dust all over their faces. So we in our hell right now, but pretty soon the nation, they're gonna feel what the hell that the Israelites, the apple of the Lord eye, has felt for all these years, man. That same hell
Yep,
is gonna be coming off us and be translated to our enemies, according to Deuteronomy 30. But it
yep.
says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Yeah, most nations expect our end to be without honor. Us prophesying and shaking the hand, we get scoffed at. Why? Because most of them expect our end to be without honor. Their black God is not coming. It's a black God. No,
Mm,
he's not a black God. He's Yahweh Shai, who's from the tribe of Judah, man.
that's right.
All right. He says, verse 5, how is he numbered among the children of God? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore, we have erred from the way of truth. And that's these Christians. That the Lord is showing the Christians in the Bible, the modern day Christians, vocab and all these different individuals that's trying to buck up against the truth. He's literally showing their downfall and what that chopped up spirit that we talked about when you grieving. You chop down, man. You chop all the way down. All your doctrine is gone. You don't believe in it yourself. You just running at that point. You don't know what to do. All right. It says, Salaki says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. There you go, right there, man. So it's clearly saying that the Most High is going to transfer that fears, that spirit of fear that's on us, spirit of destruction, grief, pain, anguish. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I was younger, And I'm reading the Bible, and when it said weeping and gnashing of teeth, I didn't automatically just there you go, there go the devil. I didn't automatically just just thought about hell, right? I thought about our people in the ghetto cracked the heck out with gnashing their teeth together. That was the first thing that came on my mind when it said grief, uh, gnashing of teeth. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. I thought about a crackhead. That was the first thing that came on my mind, just to know, in the future, which is now, I understand what hell is. Hell is a condition, a state of being that your people are in, a lower state, right? And
Yep.
that's exactly what we're doing out here. We see our people, they're in a lower state, they're gnashing their teeth, either physical or spiritual. When you start dealing with different doctrines, strange doctrines, let me pull that out. That's another judgment. This is Hebrews chapter 13, real quick. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 9. Somebody can read that.
The Hebrews 13:9
Yeah.
says, "Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein."
Right. Not with meats, man. We don't need, if it ain't good meat, then it's the opposite. It's the bad meat. Right. And a lot of our people speaking with that bad, abominable meat and trying to bring their own doctrine to, come with their own stuff. But all that stuff about the burn, man. And it says, uh, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, man. And we praying for grace. That's ultimately, we want grace in this thing to keep ourselves unto the Most High. Like Ephesians chapter 2 says, for we are saved by grace through faith, and not ourselves, but it's the gift of God. All right, so I'll yield the floor on that.
Come on, man. That's right. Yeah, so that's why we have to go with these prophecies. We have to know what the Most High is planning to do. We only know what the Most High tell us for real, right? 1 Corinthians 13, verse number 11 on down, and we prophesy in part and we know in part, right? So no, we don't have 144% truth. Shout out to the brothers, but we don't have 144% truth. All right. Because we literally are looking through a glass darkly, right? But then when the Yahweh Shah come, we're gonna know all things, right? But we can only know what the Most High is finna do, or it's like we can only know what the Most High tells us, right? So let me go to let me get this precept real quick in the book of Revelation, right? Now it's a couple precepts I want to get, but I'm gonna get this one in Revelation, right? Chapter 20. Revelation chapter 20. And yeah, this Revelation, get it from here. Just pull up on the screen. This Revelation chapter 20. Oh, Salakia. Salakia, I wanted 19. Yeah, I was tripping. 19. Right, this is Revelation chapter 19, verse number 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. This is symbolic for Yahweh Shah's chariot, man, because you look at that white horse, is symbolic for what? Because a horse back then, you didn't really necessarily have the type of vehicles that we have now. So this white horse is symbolic for Yahweh Shah and what he coming with, right? It's symbolic for Yahweh Shah's chariot, his instrument that he's going to, his vehicle, for lack of better terms, that he's going to use to essentially come to this world, right? Come back into this world, I should say, right? He's going to come in his glory, just like a king, man. upon his chariot, upon his throne. He's going to come down, man, right? Or just like a warrior as well. Because back in ancient times, you actually had kings that would lead their nation to battle. What kind
That's
of
so
what kind of
good,
president does that now? Is Joe
man.
Biden? If we go to World War III, is Joe Biden going to be in the front?
Nah,
He's going to be in the underground bunker somewhere while you got the actual troops on the front line fighting, getting their damn heads blown off, guts flying everywhere, people screaming. You a grenade just kill your homeboy. Know what I mean? And you might even you know what I'm saying, pee in your pants, man. That's real. Know what I mean?
yeah.
So
And then
so you said what?
I was thinking, that's the specific, that's the war that we facing. But then we also got like little proxy wars, like we got little civil wars that's gonna crack off as well. Uh,
Hmm.
you know that it was a report about an Edomite trying to go shoot up a concert. He was on his way there, man. He tried to shoot up a Jake concert. He didn't manage to make it because the Most High, like, it ain't time yet. But you got dudes like him that want to get that mass shooting back cracking. You know,
Man,
so, yeah,
yeah, you got that too. Little proxy wars, you got little civil wars here and there. You got a civil war coming to America. You know what I mean? So, so any of these wars, man, because like I said, going back to Yahushua, he's going to be that king that's leading the battle, man. He's not going to be kind of in the cut saying go forth, and then he's not there, man. Yahushua is going to be the front, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yahushua said, yeah, I want to actually have the highest kill count. Just like how you might be playing Call of Duty, and you want to perfect your kill to death ratio. So you're gonna be in the front. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be trying to you're literally gonna be pushing your teammates out the way, trying to get those kills. You know, so that's good. That's in a sense, Yahweh coming in that spirit, man. The spirit of vengeance, spirit of flying, fiery judgment. He's coming like fire because when you look at fire, fire comes aggressive, man. Fire is aggressive. Like a wildfire. It's aggressive. It's tearing down the whole forest. It's tearing down the trees, right? It's creating smoke. People are coughing. It's coming. It's roaring. You can when you hear a big fire, it roars. You know what I'm saying? It crackles upon the wood. So that's how Yahweh Shah is coming, man. He's not coming like the fire that you kind of put on the stove. You know what I mean? Or the fire that you kind of you get a lighter, you just kind of light, or like a match or something like that. No, he's coming like a wildfire, man. Right? It says what? And behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, right? And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire. And that's another cold thing about Yahweh Shah too. Because yeah, though he drank wine, that's why his eyes are red. But at the same time, his eyes were as a flame of fire, because that's the spirit that he coming with. See, they say the eyes is a window to the soul. So his soul is literally just on fire, man. Right? Imagine that. That's cold, man, when you think about it. Yahweh Shah's spirit is literally just on fire, right? He's on fire 24/7. Hold on, let me get this precept on that, man. Yahweh Shah is just on fire 24/7. You know, this is John 5 verse 16. And therefore did the Jews persecute Yahushua and sought to slay him because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. So the Jews were saying, hey man, we need to put this dude to death because he's breaking the Sabbath. And guess what? Verse 17. But Yahushua answered them, my father worketh hitherto, and I work. Right? So let's get that in a different translation, right? This is code right here, what Yahushua is saying, right? And even the NKJV, it says, but Yahweh shall answer them, my father has been working until now, and I have been working. They say I've been working. I'm gonna work. I worked before. I'm gonna work now, and I'm gonna keep working, man. That was Yahweh Shah's spirit. He didn't say, well, technically it's not work because look at this and now he didn't even care. He just said, look, I'm gonna work. What you gonna do about it? Right? I'm working, bro. I'm on a job. I'm on a mission. NLT, Yahweh Shah said, my father is always working, and so am I. Hey, Yahweh Shah is cold, man. Yahweh Shah is on cold. So what does it tell you? Yeah. This tell you that, hey, Yahweh Shah, his spirit is on fire, man. Just like how it says in Psalms, chapter, I won't butcher it. I believe it's 104, but it talks about how, I think it's 103, verse 4, but it talks about how Yahweh Shah's ministers or his angels, including Yahweh Shah, are literally ministers of fire, right? So they just up there on fire 24/7, man, right? Just like how Yahweh Shah said, so like the Most High said in Leviticus chapter 6, the fire should never go out, you know? So, I mean, it's just so many levels to it. So, like, I don't, get too deep. It's very a lot of levels to it, but I'm gonna get my point and pass it to the brothers though, right? So, going back to this in Revelation chapter 19, right? So it says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, because he's conquering, right? Yahweh Shai, he's the King of Kings, right? It says, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. That's the point I want to get, right? Because when Yahweh Shah comes back, we don't really know who he's coming to save, man. We don't really know what Yahweh Shah is finna do. Like everything Yahweh Shah is going to do when he comes back, we don't know. That's what that means, that he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Only Yahweh Shah knows for real what his will is once the Most High gives it to him, right? Once the Most High tells him, guess what? It's time, right? So when Yahweh Shah comes back, like I said, we only prophesy in part. We know in part. You might see him do miraculous things. He might stop time. I'm not saying this in the, but I'm just saying, right? Speculate. He might stop time for a second. He might slow down time. And he may just put all the Israelites in a trance and show them, right, how it was, when we was walking with Yahweh Shah back then. And we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who he's coming to save for real. I don't know if I'm finna be saved, right? Brothers up here, we don't know if we part of that number. You know what I mean? So that's all that what that goes into, right? Where that fire is going to affect. But yeah, come on, brothers, got it. Salaki.
Think the brother on mute.
Brothers on mute.
Oh, okay.
Salaki.
You got some get or I can shoot up.
Brothers got it.
God. Yeah, so back to the fire, let's go to Second Peter chapter 3 and start at verse 6 on down. It says, whereby the world that then was, being over flood with water, perished. Right. So you had these different worlds, man. You had the old world, which is the first world, the the Adamite empire, so to speak, and leaving with Noah. So from Adam to Noah, that represented, the old world, so to speak, the ancient
Yeah.
world.
Antediluvian world.
Yeah, pull that out.
Yeah. Right here. The antediluvian of or belonging to the time before the biblical flood.
Right. So
Right.
that's the world that got destroyed. The Lord literally told Peter, write this down. What you see, write it down, just like he told all the other prophets. So he's really writing down the world we seen back then. Like we're watching the old world perish. It's not here no more. Civilization as we knew, as they knew, is, is no longer. And now we're leading to that same judgment, but now it's not going to be with waters. But let me keep reading. Salaki. He says that the first world perished, right? Not a soul in sight outside of the eight. It
Yep.
says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved. Look that word up, reserved in the Greek.
You want it in the Greek or you just want it in the English?
Uh, yeah, you just put it in the English.
All right, let me see.
Reserved.
Reserve. I think that's okay right here. Kept specially for a particular purpose or person.
Yeah, or a person. I like that. So it's reserved. You know, the judgments of Yahweh Shem Shai are literally reserved for specific times, events. You know, that's how mighty the Lord is. And he says that same word, so that word of judgment that got the old world destroyed, what he said right here, by the same word are kept in store. So just as he kept in store the old world and their judgment, that same word translated or transferred from that old world now to the world we speak of today, right? This world. And this world is at its wit's end. And the Most High is going to do the exact same thing when dealing with the lake of fire, or when you're dealing with the water of Noah. Now we're dealing with the lake of fire. It says, by the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So somebody give me Revelations 20 and 14, right? So he's saying just as the old world died out, the way they died out, the way the utter judgment came upon that the old world, he says that we're going to experience, or this world is going to experience that, because the Lord is dealing with water and fire to purify this place.
Yep.
This place filthy with homosexuality, all manners of fornication and wickedness, all vanities being lifted up, as Scripture says in Ecclesiastes 10:6. Vanity is set in great dignity, and the rich sits in low places. That's us, we the rich, right? Every law of the Most High has been broken perpetually based off how the system is being built, or how the system is built. Yeah, put it up. What you got right there?
Yeah, Khan. Salaki is just a point on what you saying. I looked up. Can you cleanse with fire? Right. It says yes. Fire is often used in purification rites and cleansing rituals around the world. So
So
even the world understands,
yeah,
right?
that's a cleansing ritual the Lord's gonna do pretty soon. He's gonna
Yep.
cleanse the world. And even that word wormwood, I found out, like the brother Daryl was saying that wormwood, like the actual uh herb or something like that, the liquid of it,
Mm-hmm.
it kills parasites.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know, um, wormwood kills parasites in your body, which is true. And I think about it. The wickedness on this earth, that's parasites, man. Right?
Man,
Pull this out real quick.
whole breakdown.
And put that wormwood, yeah, that's all for put that wormwood out, that scripture on the wormwood. I think it's Revelations 9, I believe.
Talking about, yeah, Revelation 10.
But I just want to show these parasites and how the Lord look at it when he purifies. He said it's gonna be a ritual, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ritual purifying this land as it was in the first world. Look at this. This is Psalms 119, Yeah, Con. Psalms 119, 119. It says, but put away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore, I love thy testimonies. And dross, that's that leftover part that's, when it goes through the fire, it rises up to the top, and
Yep.
it's like impurities basically. You know, that's what dross is. So he's saying that the wicked is like that. They're gonna. That's why so much wicked is hitting the surface, because that's what draws do. It goes up. All the impurities, dirt, all that stuff goes up to the top. And the Lord said, "Man, I'm gonna judge it on the surface, man. On the surface level, I'm gonna judge this place." So go ahead and read that out.
Yeah, this Revelation 8 and 10, it says, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, it's like, and upon the mountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the
The
third
name of the
part,
star is called wormwood, man. And we know, you know, when you're dealing with the body, hey, wormwood kills uh parasites, man. And parasites, what they do, man, they eat up and create. I mean, they literally control your mind almost, damn near. They make you have because they're alive in your
yeah, no,
stomach. They're
definitely.
alive in your
Yeah.
body. They literally control you. They can control your appetite, your urges, right? So it's just like Esau. It's just like the nations. They're like, so to speak, on a spiritual level, they're like parasites, man. So what they say right there?
Yeah, and point on what you saying too. See, these nations and these demons too, they parasites as well.
Demons
But
as well. Come on.
yeah, demons as well. But at the same time, as a brother saying, these nations as well, because they what they do is they latch on you and they just they suck you dry, no diddy. You know what I mean? And so like they suck you dry of all your resources. You know what I mean? So these nations, they literally pull our resources on a physical level, taking all our money, our time, energy, everything, and also our spirit because of not only the demons that they come with, but just everything else that they come with in this life. The social media, you walk outside, it's demons vexing you, it's spirits, everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the food as well, you know?
I got one more precept off what you just said right now.
Yeah.
Dealing with the heathens being, damn parasites, man.
All
Uh
right.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 8. It says, for it shall come to pass in that day, which is the day of the Lord, says the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bounds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Right? In other words, they're not going to feed off Jacob no more. That curse of Deuteronomy 28:43 is not going to be a perpetual thing once the Lord, appears and, you know, kind of break that system down. Because they've been feeding off Jake, man. They've been feeding off Jake for real. But Gary, you got it.
Yeah, Con, that's right. That's right. Brothers getting in that thing, right? This let me
Yeah.
get this precept. It's the book of Second Peter, chapter 3, and I want to give verse 10. And it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? Because that's what we're going into, right? The day of the Lord. All these things will happen in time to come in the day of the Lord, right? In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, right? And like the brother was going into, right? And what's that great noise, right? Because the Lord is coming with great noise, right? Like it's just so loud, like it's just like when you've seen something like so loud you can't hear anything. Like that's how
Mm.
loud it is. Like it's literally so loud you can hear it, but you can't hear nothing because it's so loud, right? It says, it says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. The works, right? The damn, brother, talking about the parasites, right? All those things are going to be burnt up, right? Um, right? It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, right? It says dissolved. I mean, these things are going to just perish, right? You ever
Mm.
seen something dissolve? It just gets so small and it just disappears. You know, it's done for, right? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, right? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? And the elements shall melt with fervent, right? The elements, the damn, all the works that are being done, right? The damn, right, right. Brothers going into the damn, what is brothers called the damn pesticides,
Yeah,
right? The damn
parasites.
pesticides,
First,
yeah, right, right, yeah, parasites, right? All these things will happen when the Lord comes back, right? This is not just something that we just read, right? These words are faithful and true, right? These things will happen, right? This is the day of the Lord that we're talking about, right? The Lord is coming. Lord is coming with right. Lord's on fire, like the birds going into, right?
yeah,
Eyes like the flames, right? Right, eyes a flame of fire, right? He on fire, right? It's 144,000 reasons that he coming on fire,
that's right.
right? He coming with right, with the chariots like a whirlwind, right? He's coming with fervent heat, right? We're not talking about he coming with a lamp, right? Fervent heat and loud noise, right? Right, first
Right.
going into the damn stars, right? The damn stars falling, right? Because this is what we're going into, right? The
That's,
day of the Lord, right? The day of the Lord draw nigh. These things draw nigh on the earth, and all the inhabitants that are upon the earth, right? Brothers got it.
Hey, yeah, Khan. Hey, Salaki, I just had a quick point.
Gone.
Um,
put that so like put that mushroom cloud up there for the brother.
oh,
You got,
Salaki, brother, want a mushroom crowd? Come on,
yeah.
Godzilla.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what the brother talking about, right? See, and
Yeah.
we always see this in like movies, like Oppenheimer, or if brother seen like the Terminator. You know,
Yep.
was that was it the second one?
Yeah.
Uh,
Judgment Day.
yeah, yep, Judgment Day. So we, and people they watch that in the movie and like, okay, but if you see this in real life, you know how like bro, people will be scared out of their mind, bro. Right? I could just imagine right now if we seen a mushroom cloud, and rich people sitting in the hills of LA, and kind of see the city, then they just see a big old just a big old light and kind of simmer down and it's a big old mushroom cloud.
Mm.
Everybody's gonna be scared out of their mind, man. Right? And their first thought is not gonna be, I should repent it. Their first thought is gonna be like, damn, right? I'm finna die now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, the fun is over, basically, man. You know what I mean? This life is over. Because if we see that, first thought is, hey, we repented to the Most High, we call upon the name of the Lord. People see that, they're just gonna be thinking about this world ending and their life ending in this world, man. You know what I mean?
All
And
right.
trying to survive, try to prolong their life. But Salaki, I just had a quick point though on what the brothers are saying. So the fire to take out the parasites, right? So in Exodus 12 and 8, it says, and they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire
Mm.
and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Why do you have to cook your food? Like, why do you have to cook meat? Like when you cooking beef, chicken, whatever the case may be, guess what? Well, we're not talking to you, Esau. We're talking to our people, right? So
God.
when you cooking some, especially red meat, man, you cook the hell out of that. Hey, I know, like our people, we cook the hell out of it. We make sure it's done, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we make sure that thing is done. We're not going to do it halfway, right? And the reason why is because first of all, it's already in our spirit to do so. But second of all, because you want to get all those impurities out of it. See, if you just eat meat and it's not cooked at all, why do people say that's unhealthy? It's because of all the worms and the parasites that's still in it, right? The infirmities that's still in it. So in order for you to cleanse that meat, you put what? The fire to it. You put it in the oven, you put it on the stove, you put it whatever, something that got fire on. You put it literally over the fire, whatever, right? But the point is you heat it up to get what all that blood and that the infirmities and the parasites and the worms, and you kill it. You kill all of that. You know what I mean? So that's how the Lord coming, man. That's what brother's saying. The Lord coming with fire, with that fire extinguisher. Well, not the fire extinguisher, with that flamethrower, I should say. It's like the flamethrower.
Right.
You know what I mean? The flamethrower, and literally cleanse this world, man, because it's filled with bugs and worms and cockroaches. If you got ears to hear, you know what I mean. So yeah, come
So
on, brother, got it.
yeah, I was gonna lay out a few scriptures. This is I can liken this as, you know, the judgment on the parasite.
Yeah,
Uh Revelations 11. Oh no, Salaki. Revelations 21, verse 8. It says, let's start at verse 7. It says, "He that overcomes shall inherit all things." And we know, when the Lord was talking to the Jews in Matthew chapter 5, he said, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." So it's the meek that's going to inherit the next world. The third world that's coming. It ain't for everybody. We get that in Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. You know, he says he made this world for many, but the next for few. Right? And we praying we may be that few in number to go into this new world with a whole new spirit, body, and soul, literally, man. A whole new person, right? Whole new body. Because this body can't even this body is not fit for the world to come. It's not going to be there, right? This raggedy old building is not going to exist when we come into the kingdom, Lord willing, we make it. So he says, "He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son." Right? And that's us going into sonship with Yahweh Shai, being you know, heirs with the Lord, man, with the Prince of Peace. All right, walking with him, experiencing the same things that Yahweh Shai experienced while he was walking the earth. He was walking on water. Hey, all there was nothing, there was no elements that bound him at certain times if he wanted. You know what I'm saying? When it was a storm, he turned the storm down. Right? Like he turned the storm down like he turned the light on in the mornings. Like it was nothing. Right? And at the same time, he can still eat bread. You know, he still had his wounds when he got when he got resurrected. He walked for 40 days.
yep.
Right? He's an example of what Adam was and how Adam was moving before the fall. And he came to restore that specific position for us Israelites so we can get on that God state that he says we are, man. Ye are gods, right? So the Lord in the new world is going to create an atmosphere and a people that's going to be a race of gods, man, under Yahweh Shai under the Most High.
Come,
You
that's
know what
right.
I'm saying? He says, verse 8, "But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers Do we not see this on the daily? Especially we from Cali. I don't
Man,
care north or south. Man, I was you remember that video? If you could show that video, man, of what Oakland looked like, man, that looked like a straight apocalypse, man.
oh, talking about? Oh yeah, Con. Let me put it up real quick,
Man,
man.
pull that out, man. I'm
Put
like,
that up real quick,
that
man.
shows you what we dealing with out here in Ground Zero, California, man. That's exactly what this place is, right? But this is what we dealing with, man. This is why we praying and we hoping. Hey, we prisoners of hope,
That's
you know,
right.
because we got to deal with high, tax, high taxes out here in Cali. Not saying, uh, other states is going
Got,
through,
got the hype.
massive economic warfare, but we know everybody knows Cali is. Look, most governors, when they talk anything negative about what they don't want, they always reference California. Y'all just want us to be like California. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard Texas say that. I heard Arizona say that. All these people, all these different governors saying the same thing. They use us as a reference of the bad stuff we going through. You know? Yeah. If you ain't see nothing,
No, I got it right here.
okay, come. Yeah, pull that out real quick. This is ground zero, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show
Yeah,
you what it looks like, and see when the scripture said this is what he's going to judge, right? And out of all those different characters of people that indulge into the breaking of the commandments of the Most High, out of all those people, he got to elect that's coming out of there. Yeah, so go ahead and show that.
yeah, that's right. So this is Oakland, California.
That shit nice and warm out here, boy. We outside with it, man. How's it going, big dog? How's it going? Oakland, California, bitch. Right?
You see that right there? See, that's what I picture. The apocalypse and all the stuff we talking about. It's gonna look like that all over though, right? Hey, you go to LA, there's areas the same in LA that look just like that. I used to work over there near Skid Row, which is in downtown, and man, our people are zombies out there, man. You know, they got a prostitution uh a street where it's males, it's male prostitution, and the brothers got blonde. All the brothers got blonde wigs on. Amazon, dark skinned Amazon looking face brothers with blonde wigs on, man. Through. So this is what we dealing with out here, man. It says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So we can go into the second death. All right. We're talking about the second death if you got ears to hear. The second death is the lake of fire, right? The first death was the times of Noah. All right. If there's a second, then there has to be a first. What was the first death? Give me Genesis chapter 6. Right? This is what hell looked like. That was hell right there, man. It's like when Jonah, he said he was in the belly of the whale, he was in hell, and the bars cover and the bars shut, the doors of the sea shut behind him forever. He literally felt like he was in hell and he felt like that hell was forever when he was only in the belly of the whale for 3 days. So like Yasharal was talking about, what's that word you use? High prophecies or something. What was that word? Where it's basically like a long time, like
Hyperbole.
kind of exaggerating. What was that?
Hyperbole. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hey Jonah. Jonah did that himself, man.
Yeah, like hyperbole is, I could eat a horse size of a pea. I am freezing, dying of laughter, weighs a ton. It is killing me. It's raining cats and dogs. So
Brandon catch it, dog.
so it's
Brandon catch it,
as
dog.
I said, exaggerated statements or claims not meant to be taken literally. Yeah.
Right. So he's exaggerating, but at the same time, one thing I do know, and we all can contest, kind of, we all know this, that when you going through something, it feels like a long time.
Yep.
When you going through real anguish, pain, you know, these different things. When you going through that, man, depression, it feel like an eternity, man. So we can contest to that. We felt that. I felt that.
Yep.
I remember there were times I was in complete isolation, and going through things in my head. Hey, it felt like an eternity, man. And it was only probably like 2 weeks, you know. So let's go to Genesis to speak on the first death real quick. Genesis chapter 6.
Yeah, you want to get
All right.
that? Oh, it's
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
yeah,
kind.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Gag can get it. Yeah, from 6. So I want to start at 5 all the way to 7.
Con. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 5. And it reads, And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them.
There you go, right there. So that's the first death, which is the first world. The first world, the Lord destroyed man and beast. You know, that was the massive lakes of water that compassed the whole earth, man. And many people died off that. You literally got different nations today who speaks of the flood, which solidified that the flood was real. You got Gad, native so-called native Indians. They speak of a former flood that happened. You got the Asian, you got the Chinese, the Moabites. They speak of a former. I'm talking about in their oral traditions. They speak of a massive worldwide flood. Some of the Hamites as well. So they are very equipped in knowing that there was a flood that happened once before in this earth. Why? Because that was the old world, right? So going back to Peter's, we can understand that the second death, or no, I was in well, yeah, I can hit Peter's too as well, and then I'll yield the floor. Second Peter's chapter 3. Uh, it's the book of Second Peter's chapter 3, uh, verse 5 and 6. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. Wherefore the world that then was, being over flood with water, perished. That's the old world. So the old world perished through water. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So that's the second death that we read in Revelations chapter 21, verse 9. Our the second death is that nuclear fire, nukes coming from every angle, exploding this place and all, all through the wicked west, man. Because this is the border of wickedness, the hub. This is the hub of Esau's kingdom, our queendom. So you
Yeah.
got it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You had something on that gap?
Right. You
But-
got it up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the brother stepped away. So yeah, no, exactly, man. Everything with the brother saying, we see that all throughout the scriptures, man. Right now, I wanted to get this as well because let me go to Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. Right, it says, "For every battle," Isaiah 9 and 5, "for every battle, the warrior is with confused noise." So you look at the movie 300, for example, right? Everybody watched that. You look at the ancient ways how they used to fight. It was more personal, man, right? Like for example, right? Look at the movie 300. So of course they want to, because this Esau making it, so they want to glorify the Spartans, right? Just glorify and just make it seem like they just the most mightiest men to ever walk the planet, right? Which some of them could have been Israelites though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I heard a lot of them was.
Yeah, a lot of them, yeah, kind. Which we could believe that just based off of the things that they did and how they was raising their sons, and
Yeah,
also the fact that they weren't dealing with the Athenians, right? They was
yeah.
like, hey, look, y'all over there, we're over here. We just do what we're doing. You know what I mean?
And they had a
So
Maccabean spirit.
yeah, Maccabean spirit, exactly. And the fact that you literally had the leader, his name right here, or this guy, where he's playing as the man named his name was Leonidas,
Unitas.
right? Leonidas. So Leonidas in the Latin means son of a lion, right?
Mm,
So I mean, either might name Leonidas is possible, but that's just a very spiritual name, man. Because who's the lion? Yahweh,
that's
right?
right.
So that's mighty. But
Yeah, that's right.
nevertheless, yeah, it is mighty, and to fight off, I mean, thousands and thousands of Persians, man. The Persian and Median Empire with just 300 men, knowing it was a suicide mission. They was finna get out there alive. They already knew that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that the bravery, I mean, it seems like Israel, but of course, if you let the movies tell it, Hollywood, they're gonna say it's Esau. But nevertheless, when you look at movies like this, and Kingdom of Heaven, look at all the ancient movies, even in the medieval times, they weren't shooting thousands of miles away. It was up and close and personal, man. Right? They literally got up in your eyes, and when they kind of, what I'm saying, jab you with that sword, you had to literally thrust the man through and literally pull that sword out, man.
right.
Right? Might see the guts fall, like even in Judges, it gets explicit, man. When you had Ehud,
Yeah,
who was the from the tribe of Benjamin, and he was left-handed, and when he killed Eglon, right, it says he was a very fat man, right? But when he killed Eglon, it said that the stuff came out, it's like the dirt came out, right? So some scholars say that's going into the feces, like
crap.
feces came out. So you said what?
Yeah, that crap, all that crap came out.
Yeah, all that crap. Some say it was the guts that came out. So imagine that, man. Yeah, because they don't show that in the movies. Like when it just seemed like, yeah, it's just blood. Nah, it's gonna be guts on the floor, right? You might see somebody heart, might see somebody liver just on the floor, right?
Man,
It's just a liver. Out of the liver,
right.
You know what I mean? Get on the floor. You're gonna see men screaming for pain. You know,
And
somebody's leg chopped off.
you got people trying to
Hmm.
walk past. They freak out when they see a piece of dump on the ground. They try to
Right.
step around it. They
Yep.
probably yell, ah. Well, imagine a damn gut just on the street, just staring you down.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Cause right here, like this real warfare, man. This real warfare.
Yeah, that's real.
You know.
That's
Yeah.
That's manly warfare.
Yep. Yep. That's manly warfare right here, man. We had to besiege the city. And you got the archers, in upon the walls, and smoke. Right? Might have catapults depending on what time period you're in. You know, but hey, man, yeah, this is real warfare. And this is what the scriptures is talking about when it talks about in Isaiah uh 9-5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Mm.
Right? See, that's how real warfare is. Now Esau has technology where he can be in Nevada somewhere at a military base operating a drone that's in Afghanistan, and he's shooting people with the drone all the way in Nevada,
A video game.
like a video game. This is madness, man. You all the way in Nevada shooting at people in Afghanistan. Esau, you're crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau, he's a coward, but he has this type of technology. But back then, you didn't have that. You literally had to come up face to face to your opponent, right? But it says what? But this, meaning this warfare that's coming, shall be with burning and fuel of fire,
Mm.
right? That's how the Lord coming. He coming with burning and fuel of fire. And also on the flip side too, you have tanks operating what? Oil. That's fuel of fire right there as well. You got jeeps, tanks, jets, right? Fighter jets, bomber jets, airplanes, and you got people. Just imagine that airplane, like a big old airplane, and you just got millions, or not millions, thousands of people just jumping out of the plane, right?
Man, see, that's going, yeah.
That's hey,
That's
that's
yeah.
God. You know what I mean? Right? And so this is the warfare. This is modern warfare right here. No, not Call of Duty, but this is modern warfare, right? Burning and fuel of fire, also thermonuclear fire as well. That's what it's also going into. Bombs dropping, right? The mushroom cloud, you know, being burnt up like in the furnace. So this is what's coming, man. Right? As Yahweh Shah is saying, it's like in the Most High, right? And Yahweh Shah. All right, this is what's coming, man. The burning and fuel of fire. Is brother Gad back? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Khan. Yeah, Khan. So brother Gad, you had something on that? So like you.
Yeah, Con. Brothers want to pull that roll back up, that picture.
Yeah, you said the oh, you talking about the mushroom cloud?
Mushroom.
Yeah, Con. I gotta bring out precept on that, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 12. And it reads, And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, right? Because when those mushroom clouds come, they're gonna block out the sun, right? It's gonna be real dark.
Mm.
It's crazy because even on a small level, when let's say it's a wildfire, a wildfire is real small compared to a mushroom cloud. Even that will cause it to be kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a shade, right? Kind of a shade, right? Reading on it says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind, right? And that's that mighty wind, because like the brother's going into, and he's pulling it up. You know, fire is aggressive. You know, fire is
Mm-hmm.
aggressive, and fire don't stop for it don't stop for nobody, right?
Nah.
It don't stop for nobody. It keep going, right? And it moves quick too. It moves real fast, right? It says, um, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every
Mm.
mountain and island were moved out of their places, right? And that's that scroll, because the fire, you see it go like this, and it keeps going, you know, it keeps going, and then it pushes everything out, you know. So these are the things that are coming upon the earth. And like the brother said, when people are seeing that, they not thinking I should have repented. Hey, they thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about the people. They're not
Nah.
thinking about the people. They're not thinking about, you know. Let me get this precept as well, right? Right. This second Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 20. It says, "But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges."
It's gorgeous.
Right, right, because there's going to be right, because the scourges are multiple things, right? The famine, the pestilence, right? But also too, the fire, the scroll, right? Those are scourges as well. And you know, um, even when people hear about maybe the first one hitting, you know, you might see one far off, or I don't know, you might see it on TV or something, right? Hey, even then, they're not thinking that, oh, I should have repented. They thinking of how to save their life, right? They thinking of how to save their life. Hey, what did the Lord said? He said, hey, he that shall save his life shall lose it. You know,
Come
they not,
on.
for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. You know, they're gonna try to find. They're just gonna just do all they can to survive to see another day.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
you know, like y'all, like brothers put up that video over there in Oakland, right? The streets out there in the streets gonna be looking like that, and they still not gonna repent, right? All hell breaking loose. They're gonna try to find each and every way to survive. They damn probably got the damn pork on a roast, roasting the pork. You know, just trying to live to see another day, right? But with that, I yield.
Hey, it just a quick point on what Brother Gab was saying. And this scripture is true because during 2020, when everything was shutting down,
Mm,
you had people coming to you had massive influx of people coming to the truth because that was a time in which the prophecies was undeniable. So people was some people was trying to turn back to the Most High, but you also had, as a brother said, other people that didn't care, and they were still like they will still do anything they can to celebrate their wickedness, the wicked holidays, for example. Because they was putting out restrictions, oh, don't gather together. You still have people just nah, we got to keep Christmas. It's a family tradition, you know.
They
Even
kept, yeah.
you got it.
No, I was gonna say like they kept putting they kept saying draconian measures. Every time they lock it down, they call it
Yeah,
draconian measures,
yeah,
right? And then I looked into the history of that, man, and it was a dude. It's a guy out there in it's somewhere in Europe, but he had like harsh laws. They called him the dragon. You know, you
track.
should look that. Yeah, you should look that up. See if that thing pop up. That was crazy,
Yeah,
man.
nah, yeah, I know you're talking about
Yeah, the draconian laws.
laws, right?
mm.
Yeah, the trick.
Yeah,
Yeah, the draconian laws were most noteworthy, Salakia, for their harshness. They were said to be written in blood rather than ink. Death was prescribed for almost all criminal offenses.
yeah. See,
Ooh.
and we're gonna hear that again. They're gonna say it again when they shut this place down. They're gonna call it draconian measures. Every time you hear that, think about this devil, because that's the vibration and spirit they moving in. Every time that's that Isaiah. Let me pull that out real quick.
Draco. See that?
Draco.
I got to point out the brothers.
Yeah, God. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that have right grievousness which they have prescribed. And
Yep.
ultimately, man, like I said, when I was hearing that, I didn't know what draconian measures meant. I knew what they were saying, but I didn't know it was a history behind it until uh, start getting into it. And look, everything they do, everything they say has a history behind whatever they do and whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? So, they still moving in that dragon type of spirit. Uh, you got it out.
All right, kind of see that damn dragon, man. Like the brother was saying, even back in 2020, um, when all those things was going on, it seemed like the people even got wickeder. They even got the wickedness just increased. And you would have thought people would have turned from their sins. You would have thought they would have thought to themselves, thought upon the Most High, and said, hey, maybe the Most High is trying to show us something. Things are looking bad. Maybe I should repent. You know, but the wickedness just increased, right? Right, because for all these things that we see right now in 2024, right? They shall not return from their sins. You know, but Kyle Brothers got it.
Hey, even what 2021, year after the lockdown, it's still they was pushing the beast thing heavy, especially over here. But all praise to the Most High, brothers got through that though. And gone, man, because that time was crazy. But at the same time, as brothers are saying, again, this is literally months after the lockdown, and they kind of opening up things a little bit more in 2021. Your brothers can remember, but Trump came out with that stimulus package, and Jake and Eve went straight back to their wickedness, right? So their wickedness was suppressed for like a couple months by the Most High, all praises. And then once things started to open up a little bit and they got the stimulus packages, instead of like using that money towards things that really needed, they was going to spend that money on some new Jordans. They're going to spend that money on I'm saying, whatever, man. Their wickedness and folly and madness, right? Going right back to their wickedness. So, because Esau was like, "Hey, look, this lockdown can't really get the Israelites to sin. So we need a well that and also the agenda they was pushing as well with getting people back into the clubs, but they got to get the beast thing, right? So that was going on too at the same time where the stimulus packages was kind of coming up, you know." Because I remember it was one and there was another one that came out. So it was Trump had sent two of them, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, so that shows you right there, this precept, as brothers are saying, they literally went straight back to the wickedness. That's why the Lord, he got to come and literally just do it himself, man. Right? He literally got to come and with his flamethrower, if you got ears to hear, and burn up this world, bro.
Yeah,
Himself, right?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, Kyle, I was gonna say real quick. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy too, because instead of using that opportunity to repent, Jake and Eve went crazy. They used the opportunity to even commit more sin. Hey, you had Jake scamming at that time.
right.
They was scamming heavy. A lot of people came up around that time. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
there was a from the East Coast to the West Coast. It was major looting all over the place. Looting a
Oh yeah,
Jake
yeah, yeah.
Jake all up in the stores, just running out. Hey, they still in SRT. Hey, they still in SRTs, just going crazy. He's going crazy. Hey, but for all these things, they would not turn from their sins. Brothers got it.
And that was just a preview. That was just a little sneeze. I mean, what's the stuff that's coming, man? If you did all that wickedness when that light judgment, because that was a light thing, you know. imagine when it really escalates, man. There's gonna be a wickedness that we ain't even seen. You know, Jay gonna come up with some new wickedness. Esau is about to, hey, all hands on deck. He don't want to lose this nation. He's gonna fight all that he got, all that he think he got. He's gonna fight hard and dirty. He gonna go back to the ways of his forefathers and go all the way in on Jake and everybody else. Because they're
Right.
gonna blame us. They're gonna blame us for their world being destroyed. You know, that's why the lady, the Israeli official, went to Atlanta not too long ago and said that the greatest problem of the state of Israel is the Negroes in America. Like what? You know, you got you got Iran breathing down your back. You got all these proxy so-called terrorist groups breathing down your back. But we the worst is we are the greatest threat to Israel's state. Well, yes, we is because we are fighting for the identity that you have stolen. You have committed identity theft on a whole race of people, man.
Yeah,
You know, so
that's
yeah,
good.
you need to be scared because the more this truth comes out, the more these prophecies starts to go forth, man. Revelations chapter 11. You know, they want us to stop. They're gonna want us to stop prophesying pretty soon, in order to stop these prophecies, so they can keep their world and their world, constantly moving in the vibration that they want, rather than what Yahweh Shah wants.
That's right.
Like, yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah, kind of. So like, I want to bring this out real quick. It's Isaiah 63 and verse number 1. It says, "Who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty, it's like you're mighty to save." Now remember, oh, Basra is a city in Edom, right? Basra was a city in Edom. All right, so this is now it's in modern day Jordan, but that land was part of Edom. And we was we was literally talking about this before we came on the call. Man, this looked like it could be somewhere in the western part of the United States, man. Right?
Hmm.
This literally looked like it could be Arizona. You know what I mean? So, we wonder why you have Edomites in the desert, even though it's contrary to them. Well, guess what? This is why. Because this
No,
is where they
shit.
come from. Yeah. You know. And
But uh,
that again.
I know you got it. I'll make a point later after you.
Oh yeah, Con. And I'm led to believe that land thousands and thousands of years ago, like 4,000 years ago, it didn't look like this. Like that's why I'm led to believe it looked a little different, right? It was more habitable because
Uh,
at that time, the Most High was dealing with that part of the world. Not saying he's not dealing with it now, but he was more so dealing with it because we, we were in that land. But because we left that land and he replaced it with demons and he replaced it with folly and madness, and you got Tel Aviv with the Amalekites. That's gay city, the city of
Pink,
gays. Man.
Pink
So
City.
right, Pink City. So now that land looks like this, so desolate. But I'm led to believe it looked a little different. Probably more greener. You know what I mean? More livelihood. But it looks literally like the western part of the United States. Like this could look like a part. This looked like a part of Utah, literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's literally only Edomites in Utah. But yeah, come on, brothers. Yeah, point.
Yeah. Now, look up that word seer. See what that means.
Oh yeah, come on. This says hairy goat demon.
Damn.
What the hell?
Now we know over there in Chicago they got that statue that the damn Satanists like to worship. They call it Baphomet.
Baphomet, yeah.
And you know, when I first read that, I thought about that. I said, man, these devils, man, they still uphold a lot of their lineage without even, just like you know the scripture says that the Gentiles keep the laws even if even if they don't know the laws. Esau, he does that as well. He still holds a lot of traditions that he do that the Edomites did in the past. You know, you don't know what they was doing back then. We don't got no records of them doing certain things, but you can imagine. So what we see out here, and you know how they move and kind of they move on the off level. You know, hey, it's something that they've been doing, man. You know, so it means a demon. It's a demon on there too.
Yeah, because it says standing on end, bristling, shaggy, hairy, rough, shrinking, shaking, shuddering, stormy, tempestuous, horror, fearful, he goat, satyr, wood demon.
And when you think about it, that's Esau's spirit on a high level, man.
Man,
Everything about that, everything you read,
easy.
that's Esau's characters, man. He multi-character dude, man.
Yep.
Split personality, all that. Schizophrenia. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mount Sear.
Mount Seir, right. Mount Seir right here because that's the spirit because as you were saying, these horns is the horns of what? I think it's a goat, right? Or is it a bull? Is it a
No,
goat?
no, goat. That's a goat.
It's a goat, right? So look at this. It says he goat. That's
Yep.
one of the definitions. So hey, we can't make this. You can't make it up. We're not making this stuff up, man. Now if you ask the Blue Letter Bible, it says hairy or shaggy, which also is another term for Esau because
Yep.
Esau he is hairy, he is a shaggy man, he is a unkept, shaggy person, man. You know what I mean?
Cave beast.
Cave beast, bro. You know, he calls us monkeys, but he's the one that grows all this damn hair on him, right? On
That's
his
right.
legs, on his back, the arms, hands, right?
Right.
Nothing. I see the Edomite. He had red hair all over his back and all that. And I look at his knuckles. I
Yeah,
never seen hairy knuckles, man. I mean,
very
the
knuckle.
dude hair, the dude had afros on his knuckles. I said, boy, that dude looked toe back.
That's crazy. Because if
Right.
you look,
Right.
yeah,
No lips.
No lips, yo.
no
Damn
look,
apes. They the true apes.
yeah, they're the true apes, man. They the true um, yeah. See, the apes, they the ones that's hairy, man. Know what I mean, and so Esau, yeah, that describes Esau, man. Seer, wood demon. I'm not sure what that is. I would have to look into that, but
Would
let's see, because I go to this website too, because they break down the etymology. The hairy guys. Hey, we can't make this up, man. The hairy guy.
it's the reason why they like dogs so much.
Yep. Horrors. Riders on the storm. You see that? Because guess
Riders
what?
of the storm, you know, and they always talk about war. They love
Yeah,
war.
yeah, they love
You know,
war. They love the storm. They love destruction because the storm brings destruction. It's
yeah,
the wind. It's crazy. They love that environment. You know what I mean? Horrors too, because when you look at a lot of the horror stories in the horror movies, these
yep.
authors is Edomites that's making these things. You know?
Yeah, pull out horror movies
Yeah,
and
the
see
horror.
who pop up.
Right.
Yeah, we just showing the character and the spirit of this man.
There's always
Yeah,
Esau. It. That's who made it? Who wrote it? What was his name? Um,
I'm not sure.
yeah, because I thought he was a well-known author.
Nah, well, if it's the same individual or is a new one.
Well, I'm talking about the original It.
Yeah, nah, that was Edomite for sure.
Yeah, that was Edomite. You know what I mean? Like all, like literally, all these horror movies that we know, the famous ones, like the what was that one? The
Freddie.
Exorcist. It's like you said,
Yeah,
what?
You got Freddie.
yeah,
Yeah,
Freddie.
yeah,
Yeah,
Freddy.
Chucky.
go to the '90s. Go to the horror movies in the '90s. They'll really show that.
Silence of the Lambs. Okay,
Yeah,
Fear. Arachnophobia. Well, that's not really like a horror movie. Well, it is, but
nah.
it's not. It's like a creepy movie.
And they
Mm-hmm.
all Edomites.
Yeah, but it's
All
all
Edomite.
easy.
Man.
Yep. You got the original It. You know what I mean, is this original It? Oh yeah, con. Yep. And then you got the well, Blade. That's not really. That's a vampire. Well, Dracula. That's created by Edomite as well, I think. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They like that blood.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that
Yeah,
blood.
man.
So
And I remember it was a lady. She used to do movies. I remember she had an interview and she was saying that sometimes in them horror movies they'll hire real witches to do ceremonies
oh
and different
hell no.
things. Yeah, they do like real spells. They put on their help. Set the atmosphere up for them. Like they bring in real witches, man.
Yeah, like the Exorcist.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
Exorcist.
So this Esau spirit, he's home when he do this.
Yeah,
He
yep,
relaxed.
He liked that too.
like that.
Yeah, and we
Yep.
used to like that weird stuff until we woke up. I used to love horror movies, but then I started. My spirit was always kind of because especially when I was younger, bro, I used to get scared of them. I watch them and just get scared. I just watch just to be afraid. He's he spoke me out, man. You gotta turn the light on, kind of stretch your arm to on the hallway, just turn the light on because it's so dark over there. You know what I'm saying? You doing all this matter of this, vanity just to be scared.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. But Salakia, I just want to finish that verse out. Then brothers got it. But basically, this is a city in in Edom, which is modern day Jordan, as we understand. And so when you look at, for example, like Arizona, they're going to just show the other parts. But you look at the western part of the United States, it kind of resembles that part of the world. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You look at Arizona, you kind of look at the deserts of the West Coast, which, like
no
I should say,
shit,
the
man.
West Coast part of America. Yeah, Utah, desert. They do have a desert area as well. You know, so it does resemble that because it is a desert as well, right?
Yeah,
If you told somebody this is Jordan, I mean it's believable. You know what I
yeah.
mean, right? Because it looks like that. So even
They
the
got
deserts
caves
in Cali,
too.
it's like you said, what?
And I said they got caves. They got massive caves over there that you can walk through for like miles, and it's beautiful inside too, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yep. Yeah, even even Cali too. But nevertheless, we can go back to this. It says, verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I had trodden the winepress alone, and the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them on my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I'll stain on my raiment. Right? Now I'm a oh yeah, kind of lucky. Now that's the point. It says I had trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. So Yahushua is coming so angry that he's going to render this vengeance just by himself. Now, of course, he's going to have the multitude of angels with him, but it's like he's not even. It's not like he has to have those angels, right?
Yeah.
See, Yahushua, he's coming because that's the will of his Father to have the angels and to redeem his elect for the four corners of the earth. But he doesn't need that to take down Esau. He doesn't need these things to render his anger with fury, right? He doesn't need these things to light the whole earth on fire, man. You know, man. You know what I mean? So like just like in the old fashioned villain movies or the superhero movies, I should say, the villain for some reason he just wants to destroy the whole earth, right? Just burn it up with fire. And then, the superhero's like, nah, you're not, yeah, you can't do that. So Esau, he's trying to be the superhero in this case, and he's trying to pose as Yahweh Shai, he's the villain. But Yahweh Shai, the reason why he wants to burn this world up is because guess what? Esau, you messed it up, right?
Mhm.
You messed up the world. That's why he got to restart. You got to replace, turn, Slakia, press that restart button. But yeah, come on, brothers, got it.
Yeah, we can close out.
Yeah, come
Uh,
on.
let
My
me
brothers
finish.
didn't have anything else.
Um,
Get
All right, brothers got it.
okay, come on, all praises. You you had something on that?
oh yeah, I'll leave it with this. Yeah, First John chapter 2, verse 13 on down. I write unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I write unto you, young men, because you have overcome the wicked one. I write to you, little children, because you have known the Father. I have written unto you, fathers, because you have known him that is from the beginning, right? This is our heritage being circulated around God's people, man. I have written unto you, young man, because ye are strong, and the word of Yahweh abides in you, and you have overcome the wicked one. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. And when you think about Eve, Eve was enticed by a serpent, and when she looked at that knowledge of good and evil, when she looked at that philosophy, it was pleasing to the eyes, the lust of the eyes. She started partaking into it, the lust of the flesh. And then yeah, and what serpent said, hey man, you're gonna be like God. And that's the pride of life, man. He says, and the
Yep,
lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Last verse 17, and the world pass away and the lust thereof. But he that does the will of Yahweh abides forever. So with that,
that's right.
all praise to the Most High. Hey, this world's gonna pass, and we're gonna come into the new world of Mashiach Yahushai, governed by the 144, and you know the citizens of heaven will be the 1/3, and all the remnant will bring forth all the Israelites back into the world to start this, to reset our lives according to the scriptures, man. I yield on that.
Khan. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 42. And it reads, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, For in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Right? So we gotta know the times we're living in. We gotta know what's going on, right? We gotta keep watch for the day of the Lord, right? Keep watch for the day of the Lord, because for it, I would actually think not. Hey, the heavens are gonna pass away like a scroll, right? Right? That you're gonna see that mushroom cloud, that mushroom cloud that we're going into, right? You're gonna see all these things. The Lord is gonna return, right? And every eye shall see him at an hour that you think not, right? But with that, I yield.
Man, that's mighty precept. God, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get this on what the brothers are saying. It's Luke chapter 12, verse number 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning, and ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. And if he come in the second watch or in the third watch and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when he think not. So yeah, Khan, all praises, man. So we want to be those servants, man. We want to be those servants when the Lord come, that we find watching, man, through the Spirit. All right. So with that, all praise to Yahweh Shai, Shai, brother Yasha Allah.
Brother Gat.
Ariah.
Come back, y'all. Yet another light through the Spirit, by Yahweh Shai. Shabbat Shalom to the 12 brothers that's going out to labor, man. Hey, we bid y'all Yahweh speed, man. Bid y'all Yahweh speed, teaching the people, man, doing the work and the business of Yahweh Shai. We commend brothers that does that on the highways and byways, man. So with that, all praises. Shabbat Shalom to the 12. Kwame Yashal. Shalom.